Dalụkwa ndị ọma na-ege ntị, ekene m nwoke kene nwaanyị wee sị ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ, asị m mmiri ata na mazụ anwụ na nke onye chiri onye azụ elu. Abịago m n'ụbọchị nke tata ka nzi ozi ọma Chineke, ozi ọma nwere onwe, ozi ọma restoration of Biafra and the truth. Eziokwu ahụ ị na-agbala ọsọ ka ị ghara ịnọlụkwala na this platform ị ga na-anụ ya ma ọsọ gị ma ọ sọrọ gị, in as far as na ị nọ na this my platform ị ga na-anụ eziokwu ahụ. And ọnụ ọbụla nju ekwu ya, ọ bụkwanụ na ịla ekiri ya, biko nyelu m aka meelu m ofu ife, ha ọgwụọ transfama ka ị nwụọ ọnwụ ike. That is the only thing m ga-abịa ịgwa gị n'ụbọchị nke taata. Onye na anụ ya bụ MAP eziokwu bụ ndụ 1 in Biafra land, and I say may Chukwu okike abịama guide and protect our leader Maazị Nnamdi Okwu Kanu. Isi afro wee kwaba okpu, ofu onye nna akpọ ikuku a na-afụ anya, the breeze that you can see. And I also greet the leadership of IPOB DOS for their resoluteness and for the work they are doing. I greet every one of them. I say may Chukwu okike abịama guide and protect every one of them. May Chukwu okike abịama also protect every IPOB members, most especially the ESN and our legal teams. May God strengthen you all and the media warriors. I thank you all. Today, I am coming in a new dimension, in a new phrase, with a new word. That's truth. Can Nadia ịbịa gị na mgbede a, mana ịnụcha anya ọ bụ na ọ dịrọ gị mma, continue mebe nke ị na-eme. Mgbe oge elu ichete that na a time dị ọna na o nwere ya na-akpọ MAP na ọ na-ekwu ihe a, mana uche gị na-agba gị na ọ malụ ka eji ekwu ya, na o kwesịrị ịdị diplomatic wee na-ekwu ya, because ị need onye ga na-apampa gị kwa obere nwa ekwu n'aka. Esolo m na ndị na-apampa mmadụ because amụtara m ya. Mpụta ngwa gị okwu, ọ bụ na ịla ikere ya, ị ga ṅụọrọ onwe gị ejiro gị. Ọlụ m na this very Biafra struggle bụ ikwu eziokwu and ịkwụrụ na ya, and ekene m ndị ọzọ ndị nke kwụkwa n'eziokwu na-eme ife dị n'ime. N'ụbọchị nke tata anyị ga-etinye ọnụ na there is time for everything, and we cannot be doing the same thing and be expecting different results. Anyama nọ na-eme ofu ife na-emekwa different results expect. Once anyị na-eme ofu ife, we must be expecting the same result we have been getting. Now, in this struggle anyị nọ n'ime, this IPOB, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and the DOS have different strategies, and they have not done one thing. They are doing different things. That is why ejebi na IPOB anyị ma ha ka ga-eji kwu gbaba, ịma maybe ga-esi wee jide ha, ịma ama ka ga-esi mee ha attack, because each no ban our plan ha esi ebe ọzọ na-apụta. That is why we are getting different results in different areas. And I give kudos to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu who laid the foundation. And also I give kudos to the leadership of IPOB led by Maazị Chike Doziem with their excellent work they are doing. Because at this junction, Oblo Nobu IPOB, the question is what will be the fate of an Igbo man in that contraption called Nigeria at this current situation? Oblo Nobu IPOB, Oblo Nobu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Oblo Nobu DOS, what will be the fate of Biafrans all over the world, and most especially in Biafra land. Ke ihe abụ their fate. Ekeji gani we gba football and onwe. Now, having listened to Mazi Chinasa Nworu last broadcast, where he called for the Ndi Igbo to also think about returning home and the things they put in a place for their returning, because the first thing that we will put in a place for our people, back, is the security. And that security is under Mazi Chinasa Nworu is working towards it. That is why every ESN, he command them and all of them obey. And he give them a task to make sure that Biafra land is absolutely calm according to the instructions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, coming to the problem of Ndi Igbo in that contraption called Nigeria, I have noticed that the problem of Ndi Igbo is cowardice. Cowardice is our problem, because with what is unfolding recently, I have sat down to review the fight of our forefathers and up to date, and the current fight of our people today. And that thing is our problem. Like I said, there is time for everything. Ndi Igbo. Why I say there is time for everything? There is time you need to fight. And where time this is time for fight. And where time for peace talking. And then where time for relaxing. Manafum na Ndi Igbo enwelo amaliye di iche, time for fight and time for peace talking and time to relax and the time for enjoyment. Ndi Igbo anwe here. And that is the reason Ndi Igbo kajina powerful na Nigeria today. Nature that in a British she from England all this all the way from Europe to come down to Nigeria to help an Igbo man to have his freedom and to have the quality life he wants to live. That is impossible or not possible. Only Igbo that na Joe Biden or Donald Trump can come in, or Israel can come in to save them from the hands of Fulani Caliphate and the hands of Yoruba people, which is absolutely wrong. Now, many of you will say, Mazi, there is something you do, this and that. Mazi, you have to be diplomatic while you are talking to people. Mazi, you have to be polite when you are talking. And I ask you, was Ojukwu talking like me when Gowon brought war to him? Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu threatening people before they kidnapped him? Was Ndi Igbo was Ndi Igbo talking before they bring war to them? And how come Ndi Igbo enter into this situation we are now? Karagold, good evening from here. Please, I greet every other person that is here with me in day one. Now, the question I want to ask you as an Igbo man is this: what is the right time for you to fight? Ladipo market was burned down in 2019. Ndi Igbo did not do anything. Only if Ndi Igbo me. All of them fold their hands. Now watch. The question there is, who will rise up to speak? Who will talk? The problem of Ndi Igbo is not my concern. In as far as Paul, allow only Paul to suffer it. After all, he is the one who brings the problem to himself. If it's happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to suffer it. After all, he is the person who brought the problem to himself. If it's happening to Ndibo Ojukwu, then allow Ndibo Ojukwu to do it. And this is what have killed Ndi Igbo up to today. And this is what have put Ndi Igbo in the cage. Ndi Igbo was under slavery to Yoruba land, to Yoruba people, I mean. Ndị Igbo nọ under slavery to ndị Fulani Caliphate. Ndị Igbo nọ under slavery to this, even to their own brothers south. Ndị Igbo nọ under slavery to every tribe outside Igbo land, because ịjụ onye Igbo asị gị, oh, we want peace. Kee ka nwe ike ga-eji wee gbu ndị Igbo, gbuchie ndị Igbo n'obi Igbo, ọ bụrụ peace ka ndị ọha na eze ndị Igbo ga-aga? Kee time to fight, kee time to show that you are a man, kee time to show something that nobody can trample upon you and go scot-free. Kee time to show that you are radical. Now, for those of you who will say, Maza Chebepol, other IPOB media warriors are not talking like that. Yes, everybody has his mode of operation. I choose to be talking like this, not that I cannot be talking the other pampering issues. I know how to be diplomatic, even to the extent more than any other person. But more you become diplomatic towards the radical people that is coming for you, more you are being submitted for them to capture you. The more you are afraid to speak up and to act at the right time, the more you are being captured and taken for slavery. Now, ndị Igbo, kee the tools the Fulani use when they na-enweta ndị Igbo all the time. Since the creation of Biafra, I learned that the moment they amalgamated ndị Igbo and the other part of the country, ndị Igbo hapụla na nna ha gabazi obodo ndị ọzọ, all in the name of one Nigeria. Onye Igbo love one year outside. I mean, onye Igbo love outside more than 1 year. Okay, let me tell you, I'm somebody proud of being a tribalistic man. Okwefu, being a tribalism, I'm very proud of it. In my even know Nakandi Europe, there is no country in this world, Nadilo, tribal people. And the Obu tribal, if you don't have that spirit of being tribalism, you cannot love your people. If you don't have that spirit of being tribalism, you can never love your own people. You cannot put your people first before any other people. If you let me tell you, because I know many of you will not understand what I am saying, because that will be tribalism, not logging your people also. Because why every other people in Jagani Rubuna, they have their people also. We have a the first thing onyo question and onyo ga kudolubu onyu gibie. All one Nigeria kind of man, you get you a kudolo new gubiabuna. Onya bu 1 year first before going to the east ebesi. Manandi bana hechona Italy here. Italy nebube Italy first. Inwetego citizen. Original Italian and the person nationalized. Befa uzo first. Iponya tribalism. That is why we will say the word tribalism. For those who always say, "Mas, you are tribalism," you can now rest. Okay, what? You can now rest. Now, the advantage of being tribal is because you will put your people first. You will fight for your people. You will protect your people. You will always do everything to make sure that your people is above others. And the moment you start putting your people first, that is when your people will be respected anywhere around the world. That is why any president that America produced today, before they give any speech, he had America first. That is their Kingsman, Obunamu Akenaju, the deputy of Makanza, the Obuni de Chelana Napadi block, because a need Mundala at this platform. Some people none at this very struggle for catching crews. Some people are the Johnny Ainonimi. Now, Kaidia, why there is time for everything, and you cannot be doing the same thing and be expecting different results. The moment amalgamate in Nigeria and in Ndi Igbo bido mewe travel, biwe na mbo wa niile di iche, mba niile di iche na Nigeria. The first civil war massacre, Ebu Anobu, ihe ju ehukudo ndị Igbo bụ their properties. The properties of ndị Igbo ka eji eponish ndị Igbo. Maka gịnị? Ndị Igbo bịa welu one Nigeria as the only thing ha nwa ma anyị, that is the only country ha nwe. Ndị Igbo believe that they can make a country. Ndị Igbo believe that they can be on their own. Ndị Igbo believe that they can make ala Igbo to become the China of Africa. Onye Igbo ga-apụtasị gị na enwelo seaport n'ala Igbo. Ọ gaba na north obodo ugwu ebe na enwelokwa seaport ga lụọ factory there. Ma jụ unu, enwe seaport na north. Ke ihe buga ndị Igbo na north. Enwe seaport na north ebe ndị Igbo na-eje alụ their factories and industry. Enwelo seaport there. So why are they going there to develop it? Because I have seen that now the only excuse ndị Igbo na-enye bụ there is no seaport in ala Igbo. Na north unu na-eje enwe seaport there. Enwelo seaport. Manu na-eje there. Chikwe from Lagos tụrụ ngwa ahịa gawa there. The same ngwa ahịa una matungu na Nigeria, una matungu na ala Igbo. Unu ga to anya that place. Now, ahịa nke izizi akalụ ihe eju enweta ndị Igbo bụ Igbo property. Property ahụ ndị Igbo lụgasị n'ugwu na Yoruba and na mba ndị ọzọ. After ka anụbala ọgụ a, ndị Igbo nwere ike ịghọta nwa onwe ha. And onye akpata tata anyị ọcha ndị na Delta State nji ekwu na ha bụ ndị Igbo, ha ekwetelo. Ikwere agwala ekwetelo na ha bụ ndị Igbo maka na mgbe anụcha dị ọgụ. Because of ndị Igbo ama nwaghachitenwu their property, agwazi ha mezie plan ngwa dị na ya Igbo identity ka iwe nwee ike nweta your property back. Maka ihe kpata afta ka ya niile ndị Igbo akpazi nkata oke ebe ọ bụ na our property ka eji manye ya ka ibidozie correct all those things ka ibunetewa akwa anyị n'ụlọ. Ọ bụ na ndị Igbo bunete akụfa n'ụlọ, a king's man, you are here by block. And well, I'm time for Umu Ile Binu means blood. All these bingos from Ile Binu. And well, I'm time for all of now. Now, ke plan undi Igboji, iju correct that mistake. Iya huku ha during the Biafran war by how we lose their property. And well, how I mechakwa na achi back Kenya ha 20 pounds. Ha na achikwe back ka ebe ha na achi to the same ndị ahụ seize their properties. Ndị ugwu, ndị Yoruba, ndị South seize their property. Enyekwa gị 20 pounds shi gị na aya ebego. Ijulo onwe gị ka lesson mụta na this aya. What is our lesson? Ka ihe mụta. Ime gịnị? Ibinyikwala ọtọ, ịgaba n'ugwu. Up till today, onye Igbo ọbụna any political party ndị Igbo support kedu ife ji threaten ndị Igbo their properties. Ọpụta na ndị Igbo amabeghị na that their properties is their weakness. Make building your properties and your wealth in another man's land within that country and they are using it against you. Automatically, you must know that that is your weakness. And your weakness, you need to find a way to correct it so that the enemy will not be penetrating you through that your weakness. That is why it will different strategies, different method of fighting and belonging. Tata, ujade ekwezi onye Igbo kwu okwu na Nigeria. Ebe ọbụna egbulu onye Igbo tata, ọ ga-anaghịzi isi okay. Ebe ọbụna I destroy a property ndị Igbo tata, iwu bụ na ọ ga-ana isi okay. And that is what is making ndị Igbo to lose their taste, to lose their integrity, to lose their respect, to lose their value all over the world. Some of you guys say, Mazi, you are in abroad. Yes, I'm abroad. Am I investing in abroad? My investment is in our land. This program working either 1 hour next year because a long time, but I will just put it. And for those of you non a comment, you know time, you know anything each or you because post what you did there rubbish. by starting one useless people, then block Woggy. I tell them here, come on, I give you a friend. I join my IPOB to make friends. Neither do I join to get connection. Even when my connection, I know there. I know where to hustle. I tell my IPOB to hustle. Adam can preach. Now, Ndi Igbo, or no lubelong by gassing, it's all right. During every election period in Nigeria, property Ndi Igbo dị n'ugwu ka e ga-eji na-etrete n'anya. Onye Ndị Igbo tata chọọ ikwu okwu asị ha cheta na property ha dị n'ugwu dị na Yoruba na ha scatter all over Nigeria. Then ewoluzi ya nye Ndị Igbo and all kind of punishment e ga-enye ha. Onye ọbụla bịara ikwu okwu tata, onye Igbo ọbụla raise isi ka okwu okwu ewolu property ahụ na Ndị Igbo nwere property nke kwukwena nka maazị ekwukwena na ikwu na these people will draw hatred upon Igbos, it will bring enmity to Ndị Igbo, it will bring this in. All these things are the things na-eme Ndị Igbo na ha enwere ozi ọnụ. Ndị Igbo na-atọ ọnụ to ụsụ. Gradually Ndị Igbo na-atọ ọnụzi to ụsụ because enwe ụjọ egbu ofu onye Igbo kama Ndị Igbo ọzọ ga-tinye aka ka egbuwete ha sị gị ka akpaba for peace. A na-anụcha ọgụ before enwewe peace. Nwegodu ọ bụ na mgbe ọbụla egbu gị i preach we peace. Ị ga-anọ ebe ị na-preach peace, iwolu slavery. Ịbịa n'ala Igbo tata ka the highest investment ndị Yoruba nwe churches. Ịbịa n'ala Igbo the highest investment ndị Yoruba nwe Deeper Life, Christ Embassy Onyedo, Winners Chapel, Mountain of Fire, all manner of church, all you have the only properties in the Yoruba na-ewete n'ala Igbo biya ke the property ndị ugwu na-ewete ranching and ruga enwere any other thing. Then you onwe gị oyi anu aka nna ju love gị for how long ka ga-ebe ị na-eme one thing na-achọ for one Nigeria iwe mala ife. Ọ bụ na Ndị Igbo nweta weghachitere at least 70 to 80% of their wealth nọ na ala Yoruba and the north back to the east na ben na ha. Maka na Ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu na-asị na akụlu ụnọ amala onye kpalịa. Akụ Ndị Igbo elubeghị ụnọ ọka ka eko. Now for those of you ya na-asị maazị no I ma no ga-adị very difficult for you to relocate. I ma that no ga-adị very hard for you to relocate. But in the condition in anya, in the time in on anya, if that now the situation of Nigeria is not getting better towards an Igbo man. In Nigeria today, the activities that is going on in Nigeria today, you will see that it's not favoring Ndị Igbo. You will see that the activities naga on is always Igbo people are the people suffering it. And how are they suffering it? The only thing they suffer there is their properties. Only Ugwu chọ ime protest today, na property Ndị Igbo ka ha ga-eji demonstrate their bitterness and their anger towards Nigerian government. The Yoruba people want to show their anger towards Nigerian government. Igbo properties. Do you know the reason? Because we build all our properties to them. In the Imo State today, the kind of hotels in the Imo State, the too much. In the Imo State today, the kind of hotel in the Imo State, the too much. And we think that building a hotel is an investment. It's not an investment. How many workers can the hotel own? In the Anambra State today, if you can afford a filling station, I can get and what anything apart from Ega side in Newi, Eben, well, in nothing. So few people were industry in Anambra State. Ega Ebonyi State, Eba will just blue total forest. Nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. Or Potanandi Belube Hombehagi Jika Konosi. Now, during the Jonathan time, Ndi Igbo to vote for Buhari is Igbo's property. 2019, the same Igbo property will intimidate ndị Igbo against to vote for Buhari again. Now this 2023, Peter Obi have every chance to become governor. I mean, to become the president of the zoo. Peter Obi have everything it takes to be. But do you know the reason he is not the president today? The reason Peter Obi is not the president today is because Igbo properties in the Yoruba land. Because Igbo properties in the north. Our properties is scattered over Nigeria. Tinubu geju we threaten ndị Igbo. Ka ife Lagosians geju we threaten ndị Igbo. Chris Felix, greetings from here. Igbo properties. The Igbo ahụ nọ na Lagos, because many of you na Sina, Ibia na part of Odo State. The ndị Igbo no there. All how a KG make intimidate. So your property when they make intimidate, what do you expect? Do you expect the same result? You need to change the strategy. You need to change pattern. You need to reshuffle yourself. You need to ask yourself this question: how long are we going to continue like this? In 2019, after the Akuluno Foundation came to Enugu State, and they were given a very large plot of land to bring back their business, which they called Akuluno Foundation. Do you know that after that very land was given to them to establish the market, they abandoned it and go back to Lagos? Because the Ohanes Ndibo, the John Onyanwodo and the rest of them say, we are here, we are okay in Lagos, Igbos can live anywhere. They start giving them the hope of one Nigeria. They start giving them the hope of one Nigeria, and they abandon that market. Obulu Nandi will return with that time, 2019. Tinubu and his thugs will never see the opportunity to use the Igbo properties to threaten Ndi Igbo in Lagos, because when they want to threaten, they will not see the Igbo people to threaten them. Actually made the threaten, Hamafoni Igbo had you made the threaten, because you are already at home and you are safe. Then they will left with no option than to come to you. Anyway, one thing you notice here, during campaign, you see all the aspirants visiting the monarchies of other tribes. Have you seen any presidential aspirant come to the east to visit any monarchy? Not even Obi of Furniture. And when any of them go visit here for at least to seek a royal blessing, because they don't see him as a royalty. Makagini ndị Igbo reduce go onwe ha to cowardice. Ife na-eme onye Igbo kita, onye Igbo ibie ga-anọ na-eche no metutebele. All those things are our weakness. Ndị Igbo must correct that mistake and build ourselves to confront our enemy. Ọ bụrụ na ndị Igbo unite together, when very, very powerful force, Ndi Igbo will be wiped out. And many of you might believe this thing, but it's happening in your own presence, in your own very eyes. Gradually, you are seeing it. But out of your hatred, oh, Mazi, you're supposed to say it like this. The question now is, Obuni na chondi diplomatic in speaking. Madu de kanwa balance. On webe hombosho ya neme program kona boy all the very diplomatic. Why no nejibel okwe we melife? Madu de ka million wilo kala ku the very diplomatic in speaking. Why no nejibel okwe we melife? Madu de ka presidentiality opale ze chuku bikem. All the very diplomatic. Why no nejibel okwe we melife? Madu de ka China Sanworu the very diplomatic in speaking. Why na okunda na haba ndi Igbo nti? Madodi Kanyi Dons, Onyi Ichaka Nation, the very, very diplomatic in speaking. Why na his words ada bununti? That is why you assume that I don't want to be diplomatic like others, because I have seen that
Others who are diplomatic, you people are not paying attention to them. None of you are doing what they are preaching to you through the diplomatic way. Then I come up with this area of it, so that when it pains you, when the way I speak hurts you, you will say, how can I stop this man from speaking like this? By correcting those things we are speaking. If you don't pay attention to the people who are diplomatic when they are speaking, now why are you angry that I address you in a way that you're supposed to be addressed? If we Madidi Kametu said, I want to make it be very diplomatic. But unanegenti, Agunu, how long can you return your property to the east? Did you people pay attention? Have Ndibo started? Iye nemebu Ebuo mado na Lagos and you made video. TAL, they don't kill our people, they don't kill our people. The question now, can the actions it take good to stop that thing? And we're time for everything. The time Ndibo no now is time to fight. The time Ndibo no now. The time Ndibo no now is time to rise up. You need preaching peace now. Anyone they preach peace now is working against Ndibo, because what you need now is the voice that will rise, we make the spirit that will waken the spirit of Ndibo to ask and demand for their right and they stand on it. You need that spirit of calming people down so that they will become loyal to the slave masters. When you talk about people in the diplomatic, Madodika brother Chibo, when you listen to, he is diplomatic, but are you people doing what he's saying? The answer is no. So why are you complaining if I use harsh word and abuse you because you for how long before Ndibo that they need to rise and they confront the enemies? Igbo for you Gutata, just kill only one Fulani person today. The Fulani must retaliate before they will talk for peace. Igbo Efi Onu Gutata, the Fulani must retaliate before he will talk for peace. Not retaliate, there is no room for peace. That is why at that time, the time they bring is time for retaliation. One place, Emegolundi Bife, Hanwike retaliate. Only are retaliate go. Kebi Gano were retaliate. When you are carrying peace, you are now the word peacemaker. Israel in Negelanya. Israel we are looking up to. When the Jewish we are all over the world preaching this unity like in Ndibo, that was when Israel, the Jewish was massacred. Beyond that is, they were slaughtered all over the world because they are scattered like in Ndibo. They are preaching peace. Brick and Billy. Ebuonye can say, my brother, let us find a way to unite. You know, we have our properties in Germany. How can we do all this? Our property. This we build many factories in Germany. I beg, calm down, pipe low. Ebuonye Jewish in Italy. Oh, pipe low. You know, our properties is in Italy. We have a lot of properties, investment in Italy. Pipe low. The same way came there until Israel the Jewish enough is enough. We have a place where we came from. Let us unite. Let us unite. The moment the Jewish come and say, we must go, they abandon their properties and they go back to their country. They started from scratch and they build it. Today, Israel is one of the most powerful countries, and Israel is is among the people deciding what happened in the world, because they know that they cannot be preaching this peace to become great. Or when a country they preach peace that have become great in the history. And for you to become great, you must put your people first. If you don't love your people, there is no way your people can come first. If you don't have that mind of my own people, first, forget what people will say. Don't listen to what they will say. Put your people first. Then bear the consequences. Tata, if ebe na-eme onye Igbo ife, ụjọ ama akwa gị ka ịpụta kwuo si mba, you dare not try this with onye Igbo. He is my brother, regardless of the crime he committed. You will start from him. Ndị Igbo lack that very energy. Ndị Igbo lack that very courage. There is no more courage in Ala Igbo. The only way ị ga-afụ onye Igbo enwe courage is onye Igbo ime onye Igbo ibie attack because of onye eflefu, because of ndị mba ndị ọzọ. Ọkwifu ịpụtakwala ebe onye Igbo megidere onye ọzọ na mba, bịafụ ebe ndị Igbo na-achọ ka igbuo nwanne ha maka gịnị na o megidere onye ọzọ. Ma mgbe ndị mba ndị ọzọ aga na-emegide onye Igbo, the same ndị Igbo eme anya ka ha na-afụrụ ya. Enwe one idiot a na-akpọ wounded civilian. That idiot for more than 3 years now, onwelo ụdị afọ ọda ha akpọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ na-akpọ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, onweghị ụdị ihe ọ na-anaghị akpụfodo Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Onwere ụdị ihe ọ na-anaghị akpụfodo Ojukwu Ikemba Nnewi. Onwere ụdị ihe ọ da-akpụfodo ndị Igbo. Ị ma na ndị Igbo niile na-eme bloggers enwere ya n'afọ that guy until Maazị Achebe Paul agbanwoli obele film, just obele film. Maka na ama m na mkpọ ọsọ ọsịa na ọma wuche nchezi ebe ọ ga-enweta na mkpụrụ obi, doo onye aka na mkpụrụ obi, bịazie fụrụ ndị Igbo. Maazị ịdịrị ihe ndị a biko ọkwifu ọkụ guys, onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo gwa m datin na-akpịa iyi because afụbela m ha nwa mmegolu si onye a mba kpọọ ndị befa. Just Martin mmeo, just ịma ha malọ na ndaiz na-arụ mbụ ọkụ, just obele ife, just obele efu ka nchatụrụ ya ebe niile enwere ọkụ. Kama ndị Igbo m ga-akwụ m n'azụ, ha nọrọ dị na-afụlishi ọnụ na-agụsisi asọ asị nya ka ime ka ebuzie m just kwụrụ ọtọ na-ekiri ife. Now mfụzie the reason why inwe ike ji wee nwee the moral, why inwe ike ji wee nwee the impetus to slaughter ndị Igbo n'obi Igbo and nothing happened, because the fear of other people dị na-etinye ndị Igbo na the condition. And I na-achọ na anyị na USA ga-abịa save anyị, anyị na Britain ga-abịa gbatala ya si enyemaka. Kee ka Britain ga-eji wee bịa ide anụ ọgụ? How will people fight for you? How will people come for your rescue when you are not doing anything? Onye na-eme something ka ga-enyere aka. Ndị Igbo anyị ama anọgide na preaching. Ọ bụ mgbe niile ka anyị ga na-preach peace? Ndị na-preach peace, are they peaceful? Ndị na-preach peace, are they peaceful? They are not peaceful. They are violent. You need to confront them in a violent way. Yes, of course, I block people because of that. Because I am not a coward like you, Victor. I am not a coward. I hate it. I block people. That is how I roll. That's truth. So if that is why you don't see my comments anyhow on the people's page. I block even some hardcore Biafrans. I block them if they tell me rubbish like that. Because Maazị Nnamdi Kanu I know. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu I follow is not a coward. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu put his people first. He never put the other people first. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu put IPOB and the Biafrans first. That is why Oju enọrọ n'ime prison today. That is why Oju suffer here on suffer today. Ọ bụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu put Biafrans and ndị Igbo first, then he will not be where he is today. he will be moving freely like Sunday Igboho and the criminal in Finland. But our people have failed to understand that there are some certain measures you need to put in a place. That now a family anywhere the violence, that family, that family will be taken. At this junction, ndị Igbo need to draw line to every person. At this junction, ndị Igbo need to have a very powerful voice. At this junction, ndị Igbo need to be doing something with actions. When you are confronting other people, you don't need to confront them with peace. You need to confront them that ihe ahụ ha chọrọ na ha ga-afụ ya tata na anya bụlọ ndaizi na da ata ntị anya ata. Now I understand the reason will you be ano nju esi gị na Igbo ofu onye ofu efi ndị Hausa ịkwọ 500, Igbo onye Igbo onye Hausa bụ onye Igbo ọkwọ 500, that is 500,000. Because mgbe ị dị against your own people, follow here outside and na flog n'anya because nye nwere ike ọ bụ na akọlụ gị aka ị na-amala ebe the reason eji akọlụ gị aka. Then if many ndị Igbo na-reason like you, property a eji ejide gị na property anụnwa eji wee kpọtọrịa nwanne gị. Ihe ndị Igbo kwesịrị ime na ha ekwesịrị ozi pụta na asị we will. Ihe ndị Igbo kwesịrị ime na bụ ndị Igbo kwesịrị ime within 1 week. I know that na ọhịa dị na Ebonyi State na suru gị na na-alụ ihe dị ka Ladipo market dị na ọhịa dị na Abia State na suru gị na na-alụ Alaba International Market dị na ọhịa dị na Anambra State na suru gị na ihe na-emezi kịta na ndị Igbo na-alụzi ahịa dị iche iche. Gwazie ndị Lagos that we are leaving Lagos for you people. Once unu gwa ha na then ọ bụ nwa ndị Igbo ka ọ dịrị ijide their political leaders, their politicians that na ha ga-emelili demand for seaport. Ọbụla British ya bịa jide our politician ka alụọla anyị seaport. Ọ dịlọ possible. Ọbụla ndị ugwu ga-abịa jide our politicians ka alụọla anyị seaport. Ọ dịlọ possible. Ọbụla Yoruba people ga-abịa jide our politicians ka alụọla anyị seaport. Ọ dịlọ possible. Ndị ga-ejide our politicians ka anyị wee nwee seaport bụ ndị be anyị. Mana ịbịa ikwe kịta ọ bụrụ na onye Anambra nọ na the power, if onye Anambra asị gị Ngirapia, this is my own, this is our own, why are you castigating your own? Why will you hold him? When the Fulani man is in power, did you ask him to build you a seaport? Now that an Igbo man is there, you are taking because of seaport to bring him down. Do you want to bring him down? It's a little to one negi, Rapia there, or they go to corruption, yeah, they corrupt. Because Nema Chalife. You need the candidate diplomatic. Ndigi na fa na-emeke ife adị diplomatic. Ọ bụrụ na ngwo na the whole market niile ndị Igbo nwere na mba ndị ọzọ dị n'ala Igbo, that will make ndị Igbo to force the whole governors to build railways n'ala Igbo. The railways unu na-afụ ihe unu meke unu ga-eji wee request for railway. Anya nwere railway n'ala Igbo. Now isi na seaport adịrọ n'ala Igbo, what of railway? Ọ bụ na enwere railway nsi from Abia bata Anambra, si from Anambra galu Enugu, si Enugu mana Imo mana all these 5 states, railway across wanya container gị land ya na Lagos itinye na cargo train ọbịa pia you need to anything hold up ijide gị ọ ndị ga-alụ this thing on ndị Igbo mana ife odoro aka na-eche ka Yoruba person bịa lụọla anyị all those things kama ị ga-abata si mba this we have everything na anyị nwere ife niile ka anyị ga-anụ na ya imezie anyị na ọrụ na-achọ maazị you stuck anyhow, you abuse people. Why won't I? Why na mama akpọpụ iyi una ma the reasons ikpogo m jụọ m kere ife ọgwụ ị na-amala ebe ọ n'obido ịnọzi na George maka na enwere ife ịma ọgwụ na ị na-amalụ ka esi bidie ijos ofiu na anị ịnọkwa na emeketa ịmapụta dị ịkọba nkoyeri maka na enwere ike ịkọcha ya ebunye gị iyi gị nwụọ ịṅụri ịnalie or imechi ijuba oh I didn't know. It was oh I wish I know. Onye ọbụla efu nna akpọrọ onye Igbo ma ndị befa eputuru akpọrọ that person tinye in order. Mgbe onye Igbo ga-akpọrọ ndị be ndị ahụ ekwuzi n'okwu mechie ọnụ maka na ọ naghị iji mechie ọnụ mgbe onye ahụ na-akpọrọ ndị be anyị ka ị kwesịrị iji wee mechie ọnụ. Ọ bụrụ ngwa ọ ga-abịa n'ụbalụ ndị be ha ndị ahụ ọgụ. Ọ ife na-egbu ndị Igbo. Ịbịa n'ala Igbo tata enwe ife na-eme ndị Igbo na Jos. Ndị Igbo nọ n'Ọnịcha chọọ ibinye ọtọ. The first question a ga-ajụ gị bụ ọsọndụa bụ onye Igbo na ole you dey see am ịma bụrụ oche nọlan kama nọlan ebe ahụ ọsịsọ. End of the day anyị niile na-ata afụfụ ya. End of the day anyị niile a na-ata afụfụ anya. The reason anyị ji ata afụfụ ya bụ gịnị? That is we laid a weak foundation for ourselves. Omote Biafra TV, greetings from here. We laid a very weak foundation. When they removed the capital territory from Calabar to Lagos, there is a Calabar seaport. When the federal government proposed to close that very Calabar seaport, if the whole Biafrans gathered together, say, you must not close this Calabar seaport. You must not damage this Calabar people. This are our brother. And we stood up. Today, we will have everything functioning in Calabar more than Lagos. And Calabar is very close to Igbo land. Ndi Igbo will not be traveling to Lagos. From there, you will channel it. Anambra will have their own airport. All these things is why we weaken ourselves, because we nobody want to defend his brother, but fighting our own, we are very strong. And it hurt me a lot seeing Ndi Igbo. You, because of one flave from another side, you want to bring your brother down. Not because of your two brothers are quarreling, you come in and you supported one. No, because your brother and one flave somewhere is having issue. You now join a flave to bring your brother down. Why would that flave bring you down after you have succeeded in bringing your brother down? That was the reason the Igbo today don't have mouth before Nigerian politics. That is the reason. Nothing more, nothing less. Hatred and jealousy. Why must Maza Achebe say this? Why is people listening to Maza Achebe more than me? Now, because of this, I have seen reason to attack him. One day, your abuse, if you know me, once you abuse, you are just wasting your time, because the more you talk rubbish, the more it will encourage me to hammer you. People know me that that is adding dangerous more than violence. Okay, with this violence, that is add me 100%, but at times I'll choose to let peace reign. We are on social media. Let us use some diplomatic. But when you see another person, see the Igbos are fools. Do you think that you as an Igbo man, are you not a monk? You keep quiet. Or bastard. The same thing, Kita. When the Igbo ga defend your own first. Protect your own first. Protect your own first. Let me tell you, if I was born during the time of that Calabar distance, the same way I am fighting now is how I will fight. I will fight that time. I will make sure that I speak. But I have not seen any people, any person that fought for Calabar not to be destroyed the way it was destroyed today. That is why I see Biafrans, we are laying a foundation that we put our future children in a total slavery. We are taking the courage out from our children. We are making our children to be more coward than us. We are laying a foundation that our children will suffer in the future. We are not doing the right thing. We're supposed to tell our children there is time for fight, there is time for peace. We're supposed to teach our children how to fight before talking about peace. We must teach our children how to defend yourself before you say, oh, let's talk peace. We must teach our children not to be relaxing while they are being slaughtered all over. We must teach our children how to look for their weakness and they cover it up. We must. It's a must. And these are things Igbos are lacking. These are things we are still missing in Biafra land. That is why I say I was very bitter. My anger today towards Peter Obi is nothing but the agreement Igbo had with the North in 2019. What is that agreement? That immediately after Buhari, an Igbo man will become president. And me and you know that for any Igbo man to become president, you only have two parties, which is APC and the PDP. Without these two parties, no matter how you struggle, no matter how you do it, you cannot defeat two of them because these are giants. They have already built on top of the corruption called Nigeria. Now, after Igbo has that agreement in 2019, remember, they did not tell you that they will zone it to the south. No, they say Igbo. Nyawodo specifically say that after Buhari, he will hand over to an Igbo man. Atezenubo stated that after Buhari, he will hand over to an Igbo man. Every Igbo politicians and those who are telling Mazina Mekano, drop this Biafra agitation, all of them make the same statement that immediately after Buhari, Igbo man will take over. And this is what they did when Yaradua died, and they said it is the northern time. When it was a northern time to become president, APC feed Buhari, late Buhari, as their presidential candidate. PDP give Atiku Abubakar as their presidential candidate. NNPP bring Ribau Kwakwaso as their presidential candidate. The three political strong party as of that time produce northern person as their candidate. That is to secure the vote for the North. Because if late Buhari win, the power goes to the North. If Atiku win, the power goes to the North. They refuse to give it to Yoruba man to contest before the North will produce. No, they did not do that. They did not give it to an Igbo man to contest. If they vote for no, then give them the vote, the platforms for them to produce it. Now it reached to the turn of the Igbo man. They did not say Igbo presidency. They say Southern. What is Southern? If they say Southeast, it is understandable. It will be understandable. You will know that they are referring to Ndigo. Now, what do they do? They tell you it is Satan. When I listen to Nwike, because I always pick points, no matter, regardless of how you play your role, I listen to you, I pick points. Nwike made this statement several times that when the Southern governors and the leaders meet, they never agreed for Igbo presidency. They said the Southern presidency, and according to Nwike, which everything he said there is no any governor or any politician from the Southeast that have come out to debunk it or to say something contrary to that very statement. That make it to be very true. He said, Wike stated that the governors from the southern, from the south, agree that it is southern presidency, that the only people they will not vote for is the north. And that was his own reason of ranking Imo State in favor of Tinubu. Now, during all these things, Olisa Metu, who is also a top member of PDP as of then, stated that when the issue come to his table about Igbo presidency, he said that they should not say Igbo presidency, they should say South. When you say South, South means Southwest, Southeast, South, according to how they label it. That is what Southern means. Why can't they say Southeast? You will know that they are saying the zoning is from the east for Igbo people to produce, because Yoruba man have produced the presidency, the president, the north have produced, south have produced. The only zone that have not produced is southeast, which is the Igbos. Why didn't they fight for Igbo presidency? The moment they refused to give our brother Peter Obi that PDP ticket, I was expecting him to blow the trumpet. I was expecting him to do the needful as a man, as Onyibo, not joining a mushroom party. With the crowd you see now, if he have called for referendum, every platform could have been shouting for referendum. Referendum is what I expected him to say, to talk about. When they denied the Rocha Sokora Hausa the ticket of APC and the other Igbo people, what they're supposed to do is to match a protest. From that primary, not even general election, from that primary election, when they fail to give the ticket, the two major parties, when the two major parties refuse to give an Igbo man the ticket, that is when I expected them with Ohaneze Ndibo to start making a strong statement and start fighting for Ndibo and start making Igbo people to know that we cannot accept this kind of thing. We cannot accept this kind of madness. We cannot accept this kind of marginalization. This is a betrayal. This is not how the North produce late Muhammad Buhari. They feed the whole party feeds the northern people. At that point, you will now fight. At that point, you will now start fighting for your right. At that point, the world will now know, yes, you are fighting because you are not fighting because you lose the election. You are fighting because they deny you your right. At that point, you will have right to everything you are doing will be justifiable, because all your point of argument will be you need that ticket. And if that be the case, our zone will not participate, because you have shown us that we are not part of this country. You have shown us right from time that we are not welcome. There is no need of we being in with people that don't welcome us, people that don't trust us. When you fight, nobody will come and say you are fighting now because you lose the election. Nobody will say that. Your point of argument will be understandable. Your point of fight will be very, very understandable before the world. You don't need to tell our people that there is hope where there is no hope. You don't need to tell our people, okay, let us form new party and over because of this. The people that has highest population in that Nigeria today is Igbo people. The highest population anywhere in that country today, as I'm speaking to you, is Igbo. The population of Igbo is far higher than the North joined together. But because we are not opportuned to have a census of Igbo to know how populated Igbo is, that is why we cannot give you an accurate population of Igbo. The votes you see today that is making waves for people to be all over Nigeria, all of them from A to Z, 90% are Igbos, 10% come from the south and the rest. But the people who voted for Peter Obi wholeheartedly are the Igbos. Go and make a research of what I am telling you. Any state you enter today, try to take the number of the Igbo population that is residing in that very state. Any state in that Nigeria you see today, try to take the population, the number of Ndi Igbo, the original Igbos residing in that very state. You will see that Igbos residing in every state of Nigeria is more than 1 million. Every state in Nigeria today, Ndi Igbo nona each and each state is more than 1 million per a state. That is to tell you that Igbos living outside Igbo land in that Nigeria today is more than 30 million already. Now, there is a census that is coming, I think, this year. Do you know how that census Igbo need to prove to the world that they control, that they have the highest number? Let me tell you, let me say this. Those who love to, if you know you copy my video when I say something about some certain group and we make it go viral, I want you to copy this very one to make it go viral, because this will favor and put a full stop on the marginalization of Ndi Igbo towards the population of Ndi Igbo. Now, every Igbo man and woman and children that are residing all over Nigeria, if you people can do this, it will put a full stop on the suffering of Ndi Igbo. I, MAP, Ezioku Bundu, one in Biafra land, is telling you this. I know many of you don't like me, but I don't send. That will not stop me from telling you the truth that will favor you and save you from the bondage you are. If Ndi Igbo residing in Edo State, Kogi State, Bayelsa State, all the parts, all the states in Nigeria, within the 2 days of that census, will come back to the state of your origin, your fatherland, and in that census you count it in your own state. That will show the accurate population of Ndi Igbo, and it will make the North to stop saying that they have the highest number of population in that contraption. Believe you me, a day to the census day, the whole Igbos in the North will return back home. The whole Igbos in the West will return back home. Even Igbos in the South will return back to the Igbo land, and that census will be carried, and their name will be they will be counted in Igbo land. You will see that the Igbo have the highest population, and that will give the Igbos the more energy and the courage and the right to know their worth, because currently Igbos don't know their worth. Currently Igbos don't know what they have. Currently Igbos are confused. And if you can do this, when they will be, you will, the Nigerian, the Igbo politicians and the Igbo elite will send a delegate to join the people that will consult the census in the North, to make sure that the number of the North, the number of the people, the census in the North will not be manipulated, will not be ringed like the INEC election. You will make sure that every local government they will not count cow. They will have to supervise the northern census to make sure that had the 5, he then had the 5. Had the 6, he then had the 6. Believe you me, northern state don't have 1/4 of Igbo populations. I am telling you. I am telling you the pure fact. Okwi Gideon, greetings. Thank you for your star. When we tell you the truth, some of you will say, how can the whole Igbos come back home? So why can't you come back home for just 48 hours and return back? Just 48 hours. Can't you sacrifice it to stop the marginalization? That is when I tell you, if an Igbo man in the north cannot sacrifice 48 hours with his family to put his own people first, what make him love his people? Why is he complaining? What are you going to sacrifice? Do you know why I said only Igbos in the Nigeria? Because we in diasporas it will take us a long process to come back home to make that. But in the case now for referendum, for Biafra freedom, you will see person like MAP Ezioku Bondo will be the first person to be there, because I must participate on the referendum day. I will not be in Europe while a referendum is going on in Biafra land. It is not possible, my brother. I, MAP, will come and vote. I will do that because my vote matters. That is why I am telling you, Biafra is the solution. Biafra is our last hope. Have we corrected the mistake of the Civil War? Have we corrected the same way they reduce our population in the war and give us and they tell us we are this and that, and they gave us 20 pounds to start life. As that 20 pounds was expanding, that's how our life was expanding. If Igbos can be the richest tribe in Nigeria, that make them the highest population. The Ladipo market in Lagos, the people patronizing Ladipo market are the Igbos residing in Lagos. There is something every other tribe are doing to Igbo, which after I made this video, somebody from Edo State called me and tell me that he have traveled to many places in Nigeria, that there is something he discovered. I asked him, what is that? Tell me. He said, Maz, I want to share this, my experience with you. He said that I should call every Igbo people residing in the north, in the Yoruba land, and in the other part. Say, any state, Igbo come, any place Igbo want to establish, those places we give Igbo a quarter, where only Igbos will establish their shop. At that point, at that place, the indigenous of that place will not have shop inside that place. The 95% of the people who will have shop where they will be having Igbo shop are the Igbos. Why 5% will be maybe other states to just come? Say mostly they give only Igbos. Why they do that? When they want to attack Igbo, so that it will not affect them. And he said that if you come to use Ladipo market, for example, in Lagos, go and check it. Ladipo market, they give it to the Igbo. Any place they want to Igbo, go to the north, the same thing. They now call it Igbo quarter. They call it Igbo market, so that it will enable them to capture. It will enable them to put fire. That is why you will say, how can an Igbo market in the Sokoto will be burned to ashes? It will not affect Yoruba people. It will not affect the northern people. Only Igbo shop. The same thing applicable to in Abuja. Are you people not thinking? Why are they giving you people one place to unamako neba actually money for the free? Why no na kesa shop onye Igbo nọ here, shop onye obodo ahụ nọ ya anọrọ gị na-akụ, so that it will be more difficult for them to burn your shop. Because if they don't put you people in one place, it will be very difficult for others, for them to attack your market. And I reason it, and they say, wow, you made a very wonderful observation, and you carry out a very good research. That is why I said, Ndị Igbo, Ndị Igbo, for how long will something happen to us before we start having sense and thinking and making plans. Akuluno amaloye kpalia. Akụ ndị Igbo elubeghị ụlọ, which means ndị Igbo amabeghị onye kpara dị akụ. Akụ ndị Igbo dị na Nigeria amabeghị onye nwe dị akụ, because mgbe ị ga-eji mma ma nwa akpara akụ dị na Nigeria isi wee na akụ unu lụrụ ụlọ. Ama Igbo na-asụ pụtụpụtụ. Ana Igbo ife niile dị mma na-eme n'ala Igbo. Ijugo onwe gị ka ife kpata ndị ọcha na-abịa n'ala Igbo abịa eme anything, because you are running away. If for the reason IPOB ji wee bụrụ the finest group movement, IPOB is sophisticated in terms of strategies. IPOB the sophisticated in terms of wisdoms. IPOB the sophisticated in terms of carrying out the strategies and actions towards their enemy. They are very sophisticated in knowledge. That is why the IPOB say we cannot go into war now. We need to find the solution to what happened during the Biafran War, when the Gowan used hunger to kill our people. That is why IPOB say, go into agriculture, invest in agriculture, invest to make sure that food is surplus. That is why they are telling you, come back home so that you will not be given 20 pounds again. Come back home so that your properties will not become an abandoned properties again. Come back home to establish yourself. Come back home and become Akuluno Amalanya Palia. Ejilune here, Chone Woji before Chijie. Manone Mania. Mazi, you are in Italy. Come back home and start it. I am more in Biafra land than you that is living in Lagos. I am more at home than you that is living in Abuja. I am more at home than many of you residing outside Biafra land. You get why? You get why? But in Takaicho no range. And when they nzuzu, and in Boboni fundi di nzuzu, Malonanda the extraordinary nzuzu. Just happen. Badanya ni fine name. Like Ungwalunu na this broadcast gano 1 hour and that fegum 1 hour. Ngetinye onye nwelo yo chọrọ ijum. Nya juom ya because ngada waba ngada sign never out. Abuni ga na phone in 2 minutes. Those that always ask question or talk trash on the comment section, you are feel free to call now. Before, if you open a question regarding me or anything may go before. Kabatia go no because of loss so young can abajion. Ndị Igbo na anya ka ngunu problem anyị nọ na akụnụba anyị. Akụnụba ndị Igbo ka eji wee na-ejidezi ndị Igbo. And ihe eji ewere akụnụba anyị wee na-ejide anyị bụ na akụnụba anyị adịrọ n'ala anyị. Ọ bụ na ndị Igbo na ibido bunatawa akụnụba anyị na be anyị ga-enwe ikikere iji wee nụọ ọgụ ma ọgụ daa. Mana mgbe akụnụba gị dị na be onye ilo gị, ịma nụsa nwe ọgụ maka na ịnụsi ọgụ osizi enye. Ka anyị matanụ na ndị anyị na ha dị abụrụ ndị chọrọ udo anyị, nke ha ji achọ ọganiru anyị. Ndị anyị na ha na-eme ka ife wa Nigeria ha fụ ha anyị n'anya, and enwere ihe ha mekete ka ha fụ anyị n'anya. Ha kpọrọ anyị asị, ha dị ezokwu ezo, kama na iberibe anyị mere anyị n'anya watalọ ife anyị na-eme. Nna agụ unu nke bụ eziokwu. Ekwuche m kọrọ m n'ọnụ, enwere m time m ga-abịa gbugbo ọtụtụ oge mana ka anyị malụnụ the more anyị ka na-eme investment na mba ndị ọzọ the more ga-ejikwa the same strategies wee na-eme anyị maka na onye Igbo pụtakwa echi niile the same property unu nwere aside ka ga-ejikwa wee na-eme n'anyị. Anara m ayọ gị biko gị bụ nata ngwongwo gị ihe a na-ayọ gị bụ ka isi evu onwe gị ka isi evu oyo ndụ ka ị wee nwee ike ka ị ghara ịbụ ụsụ ọgụchi ya iji wee na-agba mbọ wee sị ya ma alụ gị mma anyị ga-adị ka echi maka na echi adị agwụ agwụ wee sị Chukwu okike abịa ama ya gbaa maazị Nnamdi Kanu ume maka na maazị kwuru ya sị na Biafra ga-abịa mgbe anyị na-atụba ha anya dịka unu malụ before just m ga-add 1 minute ka m gwupụtalụ na ihe dị here just a minute ka mma ma ya enweta now o nwere ife m na-afụ Femi Fani Kayode dey here unu n'anya na ife dey here ọ sị we will make Nigeria ungovernable if Labour Party PDP attempt to stop Tinubu's swearing in. Fani Kayode. Emayadiya, this is how men speak. Emayanyele the courage to speak like this. In 2011, Buhari told Goodluck Jonathan that if you win, I will make Nigeria ungovernable for you, and the bamboos and monkeys will be soaked with blood. And that was when the Boko Haram was invented through the vice presidential candidate or vice presidential elect, president-elect, Kashim Shettima. The Tinubu vice president was person who formed this Boko Haram, and they use it to attack Jonathan. And truly, they make the government of Jonathan ungovernable for him, and they frustrated Jonathan. And Jonathan become weak like a woman. Now, Femi Fani Kayode have used that the same strategies. This statement by this time. Why will you make this? You are bringing enmity to Ndibo. You want to bring, you are creating enmity to Ndibo. We are trying to form alliance with Ndibo. We are forming alliance. But do you see any Yoruba man condemning this very statement? Even when MC Olumo, I don't know what it was called, threatened the whole Igbos, did you see Yoruba people dragging him on internet? They stood by him. Man, I just number some people, some ndala, some people ndiona, but won't hold a film. Ya fulebeni boni zusu na felishon na koshisha so miri. Iyelendi benem. And what was men like MAP? Ngakuloto, Sigi Yahigemenya, Ipondo Wago, and what was he? On your Ndibona, what can I know my Melinaqua because of a man like you? One noble and what can Melly for you, Ebluke, Umazige, where they can go. Abuna Ndibo continue with Tijuan boy. I got nani. Obi, and the benefit the kind of Ndiba where this time. Nasi. Or watching a car came this Igbo generation. Onye pota, one paint yoku, cobble no kachaseku, can never do any to Yafa. Mbobuni for any to Gafa, you are killing your people. When you live to ginger your people to do the needful, to fight, because some na the Bible na goshurunu, the kingdom of God suffereth violent, and only the violent take it by force. If all day alone. Man, Igbo, I want Igbo, this Igbo generation, I want how water. Makachi, I don't understand this type of even self. Info engage you deny this Igbo generation. I will deny them because I don't see what makes somebody proud of this very Igbo generation. Gwamuna the whole Nigeria. That very village or that very state are not free. Highly paid dearly with that is highly paid with their blood after paying with money. Amufu was invaded by Fulani in Enugu State because of Nebulefiha. Manaladi market ka ndị Hausa ndị Yoruba mụrụ ọkụ nwere ifeme. Plywood na Abuja ndị Fulani mụrụ ọkụ. Plastic market na Sokoto ndị Fulani mụrụ ọkụ. Ndị Igbo awụsa amụ wụsa ala. Ịpụta na comment section maybe asị you have to apologize to some that is there. Keudi ekwensu keudi kai tribe mmadụ si ya wee pụta. Keudi tribe mmadụ si ya wee pụta. Thank you Madugri too. Keudi tribe anyị si ya wee pụta. Ihe a ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu negidere ya tie ụmụ nwaanyị eju ebe niile. Ụmụ nwaanyị eju ebe niile na-akụ asịrị. Ịbata na social media na ife na-efe na social media ọ dịrọ dị ka ndị na-marginalize. Nneke mbata makachi ọ bụrụ na ị nwere ụdị obi mwe n'ifuru ndị Igbo n'anya wa nkwọtọ na nju efu ha n'anya ihe niile na-eferi na social media ị kwesịrị ka ọ na-dice ka ọ na-afụ gị ụfụ n'ahụ. Ịbata Aisha na ya mbaba enye ezuzu ọha nwa bụ ndị ezinụlọ nwanyị. Onye pụta na social media na-ada ya n'ala Igbo. All the comedians n'ala Igbo dị nzuzu onwelezi eme ihe ọ na-ekomedi. Inezie ndị nke ọzọ anya ifu ka ha ji create content. Ndị Igbo bụ destroying the ihe ndị Igbo bidoro ka ha nọnye. Nwanne ihe unu na-emekwado onwe unu ma ajụgodo unu ndị Igbo. Maazị Achebe Paul, ịmara ekwu okwu, ịmara wisdom, you have to be diplomatic. Nneketa onye na-agwa m dete n'anya. For the very guys on our sandom very stupid. Ịmara diplomatic and how to put a word. The Fulani age diplomatic we will power. Fendi Fanika your this statement or the diplomatic. Is that a diplomatic statement? Know when to vibrate and know when to take action. Know when to speak like a man and know when to call for peace. When there were time for everything. And when time you get you see akukasia, maybe see, tilisie, kulisie, maybe say if before there does be nda hagina ha na emeki ya malo yes. No bloss ahụ the radical and enwere enwe monopoly of violence. Enwere ya mmadụ niile ọ dị ha n'azụ. Ọ dị onye ọbụla n'ọbara is when you bring your own, you exercise it. Jugodu no unu. Tinubu win the election. Aru na dị ndị Igbo ka nkụ. What of Peter Obi Melizia Tinubu? What will be and the fate of an Igbo man in Yoruba land? Did you go make this question? What of Fulani Peter Obi win here Tinubu na court? Kedu ihe ga-abụ the fate of onye Igbo ahụ nwe shop ya na Lagos? Kedu the fate of onye Igbo nọ na North ebe Shetima si, the leader of Boko Haram? Ihe ake ya ebe unu cheche unu malụ na agwọ nọ n'akịrịka n'ime idiri ibinyite ọtọ ndị Igbo ebelu unere emekwa n'onwe unu. Unu amakwa na unu nọ na kwọta to become RIP. Ebelu unere na-echekwado maka echi. Une na-echekwado na-ebe na na-asị gị onye dị ndụ n'ebe ochie maka ndụ ochie maka ọnwụ. Iche onye na-azụ ahịa chee maka ụlọ ochie maka awọm. Une na-echekwado ka the faith unu ga-enwe echi niile ma ọ bụrụ na nwanne unu nwoke Peter Obi bụrụ na onwe ka ekwensu na Chineke jijikozi aka ọnụ mee ofu miracle o wee banye die. Kedu ihe ndị Yoruba ga-eme unu? Ahịa ahụ ijuru ibunete ịma na ọ ga na-agba ọkụ, gịnị ka ị ga-eme? Kedu ndị ga-anọlụ gị ọgụ? Ọmụ ga-abịa gbatalụ gị ọsọ enyemaka. Nwanne ọ na kịta akross go me bad na mụ ama abịazi nyelu onye nọ na Nigeria aka. Jụọ ndị na-akpọ ma I don't send you again. Nwanne achọrọ m ịgba weekend. Kpọọ m onye kpọzie m ajọ mmadụ. Because afụwago m anya na ebe ndị Igbo nọ. Obi agbawago m n'ebe ndị Igbo. Onye ọbụla fụrụ onye Igbo n'anya ga na-ata ahụfụ. Amalọ m why. Icheke Maazị Nnamdi Kanu fụgide ndị Igbo n'anya ahụfụ ka ọ na-ata n'ụbọchị nke tata. Ojukwu fụ ndị Igbo n'anya tagide ahụfụ wee nwụọ. Yet anyị achọrọ ịmụta ife. Anyị achọrọ ịma ife. ife ịnọlụ bụ ị na-achọ ịchọ ka ọ bụrụ gị nwa dị kacha dị diplomatic nwanne gbaa ọkụ gbaa that your diplomatic ebelu na-emegbugo m ọ bụrụ maka m ana m ekwe na-ekwusi ike jụọ ndị na Europe onye ọbụla ndị Europe agaghị ata afụ sọsọ onye abụlọ that is o nwere ihe bụ na mmadụ bụ Jebez from afọ nne ọsọsọ onye aga na Europe na-ata afụ Jebez from afọ nne Jebez that has no that ema abayali nwa afa Europe na-take care of a madman on the street ka ị ga-ebe nọlụ ị na-ata afụ how a na-agụ n'ife ụfọdụ asị gị maazị igo sọfa nwanna egbugo m sọfa na ndụ m I have killed suffer tell them I suffered before and I killed that suffer and I can never suffer again because I am 100 steps ahead of you. Ị nọ na Nigeria na-achọ onye ihe achị na ya suffer. Ndị Igbo ọ bụrụ na unu enwere seaport ndị ugwu enwe seaport ugwu ahụ ị na-eje nwee seaport enwere jụọ onwe gị kee the solution to this suffer kee solution to stop all these things kee solution anyị ga-eji correct the mistake of 1967 to 1970 kee the solution anyị ga-eji wee fix this crisis kee the solution anyị ga-eji wee put a stop on these things na-eme kee the solution anyị ga-eji wee dị relevant before the North kee the solution anyị ga-eji dị relevant before the Yorubas kee the solution anyị ga-ebe onye Yoruba chọọ ime onye Igbo ife o cheta na onye abụ onye Igbo onye abụ onye Igbo ụjọ abịa na-arụ kee the solution anyị ga-ebe anyị tinye tata onye ugwu chọọ ime onye Igbo ihe asịa na onye abụ onye Igbo ụjọ abịa that is obi esego dị mmiri sọsọ na ịgwara ya na onye abụ onye Igbo tata onye ugwu nọlụ n'ala Igbo ịchọ igbu onye ugwu asị gị na onye akwụkwọ onye Fulani the first thing ga-abịa bụ igbu onye a ka edi one dị Fulani ga-eji retaliate tata achọ igbu onye Igbo o nwere na-eche ihe ndị Igbo ga-eme ya ga-esi gị bụ ka onye bụ ọhaneze prezidenti bụ onye je nye 50,000 naira enye 2 million o tinye na akpa mebi ọ na-eme ịmakwa na enwere ife eji atụ mmadụ ụjọ o ife onye mee ka eji atụ ụjọ gịnị ka ndị Igbo na-eme hey oh Igbo enwere ozi ebe anyị pastara ife ịbịa na abroad ndị Igbo juru n'ime prison because who will speak onye ga-ekwu okwu ekwugo okwu na okwu karị nwanne anyị nwoke nọ na Milan na-aza aga na-ekwu anyị ga na-ekwu okwu until ndị anyị na-agwa anụ ọ bụkwa na ha anụlọ ife ga-eme ha emebe ha wee sinye amaala anyị niile mma anyị ga-adị ka echi maka na echi ada agwụ agwụ anyị ga-adị ka isi mmiri maka na isi mmiri ada ata ata anyị ga-aba n'ala Biafra until ndị Igbo ejikọ aka ọnụ chọọ revolution chọọ referendum chọọ mmalụ nke ha chọọ ịma achọba two things the more anyị na-achọ two things at once anyị ama nwetazi anyone ya mbala anyị niile mọntụ ya come your way again aka m bụkwa nwanne unu nwoke MAP eziokwu bụ ndụ 1 Biafra land and ọ bụrụ na ịfụrụ m n'anya go and hug transformer afụrụ gị n'anya onye fụ m n'anya mfụ ya n'anya onye kpọọ m asị mkpọ onye asị ọdụ ndị na-ebi very simple in nature anaghị m alacha mmadụ ibe n'ike anaghị m achọ any favor from any person I pray to my chi to always put me above my enemies and I thank God I will continue to be above my enemies gị nwa na-atụ m anya ọdịda don't worry m ga-azụ gị nri ọ na nkwụlie ka ọ ga-adị all hail Biafra IPOB one family IPOB ndewonu shall come your way again remember no retreat no surrender ndewonu